In today's Leeds news, Academy signing done, Louis Piri deal over the line, Rodrigo says goodbye, cash injection from add-ons, Leeds eye Munich goalkeeper, new investors keep coming out, and Junior Firpo linked with Galatasaray move. Hey folks, Jay here on the 14th of July at The View with your Leeds United news for today. Last video of the week, although we will have the podcast recording tonight and that will drop tomorrow on the channel as well. So you can check that out if you want to. We'll move on with this. Don't forget there is the giveaway of the Leeds United shirt at the end of this month. If you want to be a chance of winning, like the daily videos. The more likes you get, the more opportunities you have to enter the draw to win the shirt at the end of the month. More details at the end of the video. Let's crack on with this and get into it, and we'll start off with some movement on transfer front, although not being senior transfers just yet. And Leeds United have announced the signing of 16-year-old Josh McDonald from Hamilton Academical in Scotland. McDonald is an attacking player, huge amount of potential with this guy, and he's coming in to play with the academy sides. So people were going to start saying this already. Why are we signing kids and we're not signing senior players? I keep saying this. There are two different teams there. There's a youth development team who are working away their own stuff, and the senior team working on their stuff. So they're doing both. Another player who has come in on the youth side as well is highly rated Aberdeen attacker Louis Piri. Piri was announced yesterday as a new signing for Leeds United and is expected to line up with the 2021 side next season. Piri scored 51 goals in all competitions last season, and as other people have said on the player so far, it might not be a big name now, but it could be a big name in the future. Piri is an exciting player who can play anywhere across the front three as well, but is known for his goals on the back of last season. Leeds did beat Celtic and other clubs to this signing, and it's seen as a bit of a coup for Leeds to get it in. So great signing for there. It's an under 21 deal. Maybe the signing of youth players means something's loosened up in the background. Maybe we can start seeing some moves for senior players, and we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. But on the outgoing stuff, yesterday confirmed what we already knew, and that is the exit from Leeds United of striker Rodrigo Moreno. Moreno completed his deal with Al Rayyan for £3 million yesterday after they activated his release clause. Rodrigo posted an emotional goodbye to the Leeds United fans, which came across as far more genuine than other exits have so far. So all I can say is one of my favourite players, had a great season last season for Leeds, scoring 15 goals after breaking his foot and having a dislocated shoulder in the same season, and played injured for Leeds in the back end of the season as well, which was a huge help to Leeds, to try and help Leeds. Ultimately didn't work, but the effort was made by him and everybody else. So that is that one. So best of luck to Rodrigo in the future, and I really hope it works out for you over there. And thanks for everything you did for Leeds. Let's talk about cash injections now, and former Leeds United goalkeeper Elia Cerci could be on the move from Barry. Why is that important? Well, Leeds have a 50% sell-on clause inserted in his deal when they sold him to Barry. He had a very good season at Barry last season. They finished third in Serie B, and according to reports from Sky Italia in Italy, they are saying that Napoli, who were linked with the player in January, are now ready to make their move for the player. Leeds had that 50% add-on, so it means Leeds could make some money off the back of this. So it would be some form of new revenue coming in. On the likes of incomings, there's not been a huge amount said so far. It's gone a bit quiet. We keep saying this, but some news that has come out of Germany yesterday is Leeds are apparently interested in Bayern Munich goalkeeper Alexander Nubel. The 26-year-old goalkeeper had a loan spell at AS Monaco last season. Is rated quite highly. Munich have plenty of goalkeepers in their ranks, and he does look like he is ready to move on pretty soon. According to Bild in Germany, they say Leeds and Stuttgart are competing for the signature of the goalkeeper. It also goes on to say that a decision will need to be made on this one pretty quickly. Stuttgart would like the player in before Monday as they start their preseason camp, but they are looking at a loan deal for the player, whereas Leeds might have a slight advantage here, whereas Leeds want to bring the player in on a permanent deal. Leeds are still keeping an eye on Carl Darlow. There's still talks apparently going on in the background there. The Yorkshire Evening Post have also confirmed these talks as well. There is reports that say Leeds will need to move quickly on this, because if Stuttgart do want him in by Monday, a decision is expected to be made on the player's future before then. So if Leeds are interested in getting this player in, an offer would need to go in pretty quickly for Leeds to get that done. But we'll keep an eye on that over the course of the weekend and see what happens. In other news, investor news, and more investors keep coming out, and another high-profile investor has been named publicly as part of the 49ers investment group, and that is LA Clippers player Russell Westbrook. Westbrook came out yesterday on Twitter. It was announced that he has an investment in the 49ers group on the back of Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas announcing that they're part of the smaller end of the minority group in the investment. Westbrook has a fair amount of cash in his pocket, a big chunk of change. His net worth is valued at in and around £375 million, and is rated as, I think, the 14th richest sports person on the planet at the moment. So there is more money there. And you start thinking about all the different money that's from all these different small investors all going into that pool. There's a lot of money. Then they're not putting all of their net worth into that. Obviously, they're putting small amounts of money into it, but it builds up over time and adds up. More announcements on this, and I'm wondering, this kind of happened before Leeds made the announcement about to take over. We saw PJ McDonald and we saw a few others, Larry Nance Jr. also posting stuff just before it was announced. We're now starting to see people coming out just before traffic. Jordan Spieth kind of said something the other day, like it's all done and dusted, there's no issues, but it hasn't been formally ratified or announced by the EFL, so we're still waiting on that. But as these people keep popping up, you wonder, is there now more and more news coming out? But I'm sure we'll hear about it in due course. It could be a case that's already done and Leeds just announced, here's the takeover and here's a couple of players at the same time. So we'll have to wait and see. You're getting tired of me saying that, but I'll have to keep saying it at the moment, because that's where we are right now. Let's talk about another potential exit, and an interesting one, but I think this one's probably dead in the water already, but we'll cover it anyway because it is out there. According to Futo Sport and being shared by the Yorkshire Evening Post, they are claiming that Leeds United have received an offer from Galatasaray for left-back Junior Firpo. Not a popular move at all if you played for Leeds to go to Galatasaray. It's on that list of places you just don't go after playing for Leeds. Firpo, Galatasaray have already signed a left back so far in this window, so Firpo could be going in there as a backup option. It's also said that Marseille were very interested in the player, but they have now withdrawn their interest. There's no word on what the situation is with Betis just yet. They seem to have gone quiet as well. So could we see a situation where Junior Firpo stays at Leeds next season in the Championship? We don't know, but there's the interests are falling off. The Galatasaray move doesn't look like it's anything formal or very public, or looks like it's done and dusted. It seems like it may have just been an offer that hasn't gone any further just yet. Leeds will owe Barcelona a 20% add-on for the player, or sell-on clause for the player when he does go. So Leeds will try to negotiate the best fee they can for this, and I hope the money that they get in from Elia Cerci add-on doesn't then get, put into the pot to pay Barcelona for the 20% for Junior Firpo. So we'll have to wait and see on that. That's pretty much it for today, folks. A short one. There's not a massive amount going on, but don't forget the podcast will drop tomorrow, where we'll cover all the news of the week and anything that pops up between now and then. Have a great weekend. If you're watching the podcast tomorrow, enjoy it. And otherwise, I'll see you on Monday for more Leeds news. Have a great weekend. Talk to you then. Bye.